All good. Good morning, friends. So we are studying problems related with the bending stress. So that's why I am continuing some of the different sections. We already studied the T sections, unsymmetrical sections, and that is T sections, and rectangular type of hollow sections. So that's why today I am taking I sections and once again T sections. So please note down today's first problem. A rolled steel hoist.
A rolled steel hoist of I section has the following dimension. Flange 250 mm wide, and 24 mm thick. Web 12 mm thick.
Overall depth
600 mm.
If this beam carries a UDL,
if this beam carries a UDL
of
50 kilonewton
meter run on a span
of 8 meter. Calculate
the maximum
bending stress produced due to bending.
So some of the student may be having questions in the mind. So they may be thinking, so what is the use of the bending stress? What is the use of the shear force diagram, bending moment diagrams? Means what are the applications of the this strength of materials? So calculations of the bending stress, because I sections, T sections, I sections. So such type of the we can use for as a supports, or that may be as a beam, or that may be as a pillars. So you should know if the strength of that materials, so according to its thickness, according to its cross section, according to its size. So as per the dimensions or as per the its strength, you can select for different applications. So for designing purpose, you should know so what is the intensity of the maximum bending stress. So because of that bending occurs. So that's why you should understand these chapters.
Now I section. I section means such type of the I section. So first I will draw. It's a two-dimension figure. Now overall depth is given 600 mm. So this is overall depth 600 mm. Next, this is 24 mm thick. So this thickness flange, this is called flange, and this is 24 mm thick. Both flange 24 mm thick. Now web, so these middle parts are called as web, and this is 12 mm thick. So this is overall means 600 mm. Now, so this remaining is this 600 minus 24, 24. So this is 552. Try to understand this dimension. And this is flange width is given 250. So this is 250. So for calculation purpose, we can modify these dimensions. So likewise this is 250 and this is 600 and this is 12 mm and this is 24. So that's why this 24, this is likewise we can modify hollow type, and this is 552 inside 12 mm minus 250 minus 12, so this is 238, outside 250. So these are the dimensions. Because we requires moment of inertia, bending stress, etc. We require sigma b equal to m divided by I divided by y max, or m into y max divided by I. So that's why this is symmetrical about x axis, and this y max equal to yc equal to, this is 300 because this is symmetrical. So that's why this is also yt equal to 300, right? So y max equal to 300 mm. Now moments equal to, so this is the moment of resistance equal to bending moment equal to, so this is consider solid. Okay, because we have to calculate first. So this is simply supported if this beam is carrying UDL of the 50 kilonewtons of add calculate. If this beam carries UDL of aerialized I section as the following dimension flange. Run over a span of, span means this is simply supported beam. So that's why WL square divided by 8, and this is 50 kilonewton. So that's why this is 1000. So this is kilonewton to Newton multiplied by L square, length equal to 8 meter, 8 square, and this is because this 50, this is kilonewton per meter. So that's why here multiplied by 1000 and divided by, this is 8. So this will get cancelled, and this is 50 into 10 to the power 6 Newton mm. Next we require now moment of inertia. So in the very briefly I am solving this problem. So this is consider solid moment of inertia minus hollow moment of inertia. Solid equal to BD cube divided by 12, small BD cube divided by 12. Now B equal to 250, capital B equal to 250, capital D equal to total overall depth 600 cube divided by 12 minus Now this is 238 inside 552 cube divided by 12. So 1 divided by 12. So I taken here common 1 divided by 12 for simplicity of the calculation. Two 50 into 600 cube minus 238 into 552 cube divided by 12. This is equal to 1164 into 10 to the power 6 mm raised to 4. Now bending stress, finally you can calculate this formula by using m y max divided by I. M equal to 50 into 10 to the power 6, y max 300, and this is 1164 into 10 to the power 6. So this is equal to bending stress equal to, this is 12.885 megapascals. So this is compressive equal to, and this is tensile also, compressive and tensile both have same. Or you can draw its diagrams, bending stress diagram. Likewise, because this is neutral axis, sigma BC equal to 12.88, and this is sigma BT equal to 12.88 megapascal. About neutral axis, this is equal to 0. So we did a small mistake. So this is 50 directly we consider, but this is multiplied by 8. So this is 400. This is 400. That's why our answers change. This is 103. See, such type of the mistake may be happened. So silly mistake 103, because I forget multiplications of this 50 into this 8. So next problems, these problems
a rectangular cross section, but for more familiar of the shear force and bending moment diagrams, I am repeating some of the problems. So because of that, your basic related with the shear force and bending moment diagram, that will clear. So please try to attend all lectures, because all lectures are independent, but that are interrelated with each others. So each lecture is important, and if you are missing one of the lectures, you can't understand second lectures. So please try to attend the as more as because these are the online classes, and you have already video lectures, so you can refer that lectures at any time, but please try to attend the all lectures. So please note down today's second problem. A timber beam, a timber means lakud, a timber beam is freely supported on supports six meter apart. It carries a UDL of 12 kilonewton per meter run, and a concentrated load of 9 kilonewton at 2.5 meter from the left support. If the stress in the timber, if the stress in timber is not to exceed 8 Newton per mm square, design a suitable section making the dimension, the depth twice of width, twice of width, freely supported 6 meter. So this is freely supported 6 meter. This is 2.5 meters, and this remaining 3.5. Nine kilonewton. This is 12 kilonewton per meter. So first we have to calculate, and
this depth, this is width, and depth equal to 2 times width. So first we will calculate bending moment. So that's why this is A point, this is B point, and this is C point. So that's why RA plus RB equal to, this is 9 kilonewton plus 12 into 6, 72 plus 9, this is 81 kilonewton. All right. By taking moment, so 6 into RB equal to, and this is clockwise moment, 9 into 2.5 plus 12 into 6 and half of its distance. So this is shear force and half of its distance. So 9 into 2.5, 18 plus 4.5, 22.5, 12 into 6, 72 multiplied by 3. 72 means 216, 22.5. This is 2, 3, 8.5 RB divided by 6. 238.5 divided by 6, 39.75. So this is RB. RA equal to minus 81, 41.25 kilo Newton. So first I will draw shear force diagram. So after that we can see where is the maximum bending moment. So RA 41.25, suppose this is 41.25. Now 12 into 2.5. 12 into 2.5 is 22.5 minus 18.75. So this is 18.75 at C. So after that 9 kilonewtons downward. So this is 9.75 kilonewton. This is 41.25. So after that 9.75 minus 12 into 3.5. This is equal to 32.5. So I did any mistake? All right. This is 41.25 minus 18.75, 9 kilonewtons, 3.5. Because this should be 39.5. .59. .5. And this is 9.75 plus 12 into 3.5. This is 42. Oh, I did mistake here. This is multiplied by 2. This is not 2 because this is wrong. 41.25. 12 into 2.5 means this is 30. 30 means 11.25 and this is 2.25. 2.25 minus 12 into 3.5, 39.75. So this is equal to 39.75. Now here's, so this distance equal to x and this is this is 3 point minus x. So by comparing triangle, triangle 2.25 divided by x equal to 39.75 divided by, this is 6.75 minus 2.25 x equal to 39.75 x. This is 39.75. This is equal to 42x. X equal to 6.75 divided by 42. 0.1607 meter. X equal to, and this distance 3.5 minus x equal to 3.339. So that's why maximum equal to 39.75 multiplied by 3.339 minus 12 into 3.339 square divided by half of its distance, because this force multiplied by this moment, this is one moment and this is another moment, so that's why 12 into 3.339 and half of its distance means length 3.339 divided by 2 square multiplied by 12 divided by 2, this is 66.9 minus 39.75 multiplied by 339 minus 9 equal to 65.82, and this is kilonewton meter. So that's why this is 65.82 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, and this is Newton mm, and this is 1 kilonewton 10 to the power 3, and meter to mm is 10 to the power 3. Next, bending moment. Moment of inertia equal to y max equal to, so this is depth equal to 2w divided by 2, so that's why width, and I moment of inertia equal to simply formula BD cube divided by 12, B equal to W and depth equal to, so that's why this is 8 divided by 12 into W is 0.66 W raised to 4. Now sigma B equal to m divided by I multiplied by y max, and this sigma B, this is given 8. Moment equal to 65.82 into 10 to the power 6 y max W, and this is 0.66 W raised to 4. Sorry. So this is W cube equal to 65.82 into 10 to the power 6 W cube under root 10 to the power 6 W equal to. So this is simple. This much is the simple. Multiplied by 10 to the power 6 divided by 0.666 divided by 8 and cube under root. This is equal to width equal to 231 mm. So that's why depth equal to multiplied by 2 462 mm. This is your required answer. I will check my answer. Right. This is correct. So this is second problem. So next problem.
Two wooden planks
Planks mean
you can say as a block, a rectangular type of the block. So such type of the planks you can call as a planks.
50 mm by 150 mm.
Each are connected
Each are connected
together to form a
cross sections of a beam as shown in figure. If
a bending moment of
bending moment of 340
Newton meter is applied at about horizontal
neutral axis
find the stresses
at the extreme fiber
of the cross section
also calculate
the
total tensile force on the cross section. So this is additional.
So we'll see how we can calculate the total cross section,
Tensile force on the
total cross section. So in this problem, so out of 3 parameters, one parameter already given.
so M equal to 3400 newtons.
So there is no necessary to calculate the
maximum bending moment. So first, two planks 150 mm. Suppose this is 150 mm by 50 mm and another 50 mm by, so this is as shown in figure. So this is 150 and this is 50. Suppose this is a reference line and this is first section and this is second section. So that's why we will calculate Y max equal to Y max or Y Suppose this is YC and this is YT. Otherwise we will keep this space because this is YT. So Y bar equal to A1 Y1 A2 Y2 150 into 50 multiplied by Y1, centroid distance above the first element, so this is equal to 25 mm. So this is 50 divided by 2 plus again area 150 into 50. So this 50, because we are considering this is reference line, so this 50 plus 150 divided by 2 plus 150 divided by 2 divided by this is multiplied by 2, Y bar equal to $1,500. So again this is in bracket 25 plus this is 50, this is 175, 75 means this is 125. So that's why Y bar equal to 150 into 50 multiplied by 150 this is equal to 75 mm. So this distance equal to 75 mm. Remaining 50, this is 200, so that's why this is equal to 125 mm. So here's because this is neutral axis, so that's why this is sigma BC and this is sigma BT and this is neutral axis. So sigma BT is more, so that we'll calculate. Next, moment of inertia. Moment of inertia equal to, now by using parallel axis theorem, self moment of inertia for first section plus A1 Y1 bar square plus self moment of inertia for second multiplied by A2 Y2 bar square. Self moment of inertia. So self moment of inertia means nothing but BD cube divided by 12. So this B1 D1 cube divided by 12. So this self moment of inertia. Area equal to 150 into 50 Y1 distance. So this distance, because this is 75 and this distance equal to 50. So this is nothing but Y1 bar and this is 75 and this distance equal to 50 and this is equal to Y2 bar. Y1 bar 50 square plus, now B equal to 50, D equal to 150 cube divided by, sorry, here's B2 D2 cube divided by 12 plus, so you may be confused. B1 150 into 50 cube divided by 12 plus 150 into 50 into 50 square plus this is 50 because B2 equal to this is 50 D2 150 cube divided by 12 plus area, second area 150 into 50, 150 into 50 multiplied by, and this is Y2 equal to 50 square. Now we will calculate one by one. 150 into 50 cube divided by 12, this is equal to 1.5625 10 to the power 6. Next 150 into again 50 cube 18.75 10 to the power 6. 50 into 150 cube divided by 12, 14.062 10 to the power 6, and this is 150, 50 cube means 18.75 into 10 to the power 6. So that's why 1.5625 plus 18.75 plus 14.062 plus 18.75. This is equal to 53.1245 10 to the power 6. So you try to understand this. Now sigma B equal to, so this is here 2, sigma BC equal to m into YC divided by I. M equal to 3400 multiplied by 1000. So this is Newton meter to mm. YC equal to 75, moment of inertia 53.12425 10 to the power 6. One divided by answers multiplied by 10 to the power 6. So divided by 10 to the power 6 multiplied by 3.4 multiplied by 75. This is equal to sigma BC equal to 4.8 Newton per mm square. This is compressive, and sigma BT equal to 4.8. So here's multiplied by 75. So that's why divided by 75, and this multiplied by this 125. So this is short methods. Multiplied by 125 divided by 75 equal to 8. And this is tensile. So that's why sigma BT equal to 8 Newton per mm squares, and sigma BC equal to 4.8. megapascal. So try to understand this. Now, what is asked? Tensile force on the cross section.
So that's why second bit, average tensile force equal to. So as you know, P equal to stress multiplied by area, because since stress equal to P divided by area. So this is tensile force equal to. So average tensile force means this is sigma max plus sigma minimum divided by 2 into area, because here sigma max equal to 8 plus 0 divided by 2 into area equal to.
This is 125 into
50.
125 into 50, because this area is tensile.
Eight plus 0. So that's why divided by 2 multiplied by 125 multiplied by 50, this is equal to 25,000 Newton. This is the average tensile force acting. So due to limitations of the times, today I stop here, and in the next class we will see some of the different problems related with the bending stress. So within 2 class I will complete this chapter. So in the next week we can start. This second chapter is the shearing stress above the unit 4. So that's why today I stop here. Thank you.